There. So whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I choose the quote of Frank Herbert. So should I read it or is
Yeah, go
okay?
ahead.
So the quote says, "All governments suffer a recurring problem. Power attracts pathological personalities. It is not that power corrupts, but that it is magnetic to the corruptible." So, well, I agree with this quote because, I mean, I think that I can say that from my knowledge that all the countries have a problem with corruption, no matter how, if they are from the first world or the third world, there is corruption in the politicians, and and it is a problem. So it doesn't matter, for example, the type of government. I was thinking that, for example, the United Kingdom, they have an anarchism, if I am monarchy, sorry, monarchy. So of course, even if they have monarchy, they have so many corruption problems, and it is because power just gives the possibility to people that believe that they have the right to do whatever they want. So it doesn't matter the position that they were before. If once they reach the position of power, I think that people forget their morality or what their principles were since the beginning. Mm, so I guess that I that's why I agree with this quote, because I truly believe that people once reach the amount of power that they wanted from the first place uh, are susceptible to change their thinking. Mm, of course, there's not all of them because many countries had right presidents or I don't know, kings or whatever. But in a point, there is always some kind of a scandal or problem with politicians that just see the public positions as a way to hurt others and steal and do many corruption. I'm sorry, teacher, I forgot to start the time.
It's okay. You still have 1 more minute.
Okay, sorry. And I was also thinking about Africa countries because many African countries have been under the management of other foreign countries. For example, now that the United Kingdom is changing with all this change of kings and all of that, many countries of Africa are trying to change like the way the politicians manage them because some of them have had problems of trusting the wrong politicians or people that just reach to power and use the people uh, to proper beneficial benefits benefits. So yes, I guess that's it. I don't have more ideas.
That's enough, Sophia. Thank you very much. Good job. Now, Laura, Juan, would anybody prefer to go next?
I'll go, teacher.
Sure, go for it.
Okay. I don't know if I understand, but well, I like this quote from Garzon. Wait, I want to find it. The real problem of the war in Colombia is corruption. There are very few who steal what belongs to everyone. I really like this one because it reflects very well our situation. I was thinking about the recently about the Sergio Arboleda, that it's had a lot of corruption with these contracts. There were like teachers contract that they weren't even teaching in the university, they were like buying some houses and things with the money. And for me, it's really sad because they like there are a lot of people that just want to study, and because of that, they now are like don't know what to do. And there are a lot of cases here in Colombia, for example, Obredec,
Odebrecht.
Odebrecht, yeah. For example, Ecopetrol. Well, I think Colombia is a very corrupted country. For example, I was reading about a lawyer who, how do you say, denunciar? Who was reporting some child abuse. So I was like, well, this person seems a good person. But when I researched about her, she was like also investigated because of corruption in the Fiscalia. So I was, it seems like no one is like a good person here in Colombia. So the problem is really big. And I know we can start like working in simple things, but I think that doesn't gonna make that big change, because the people who have the power and the money are the ones that are more corrupted. And I know they try to like point us to say we are the problem. I don't know, we steal Transmillennium, something like that. But that's not the real problem. Is that they, you know what I say? So that's why I like that quote. I don't have the time, teacher.
You have 1 more minute.
Okay. I don't know what more to tell you about.
Maybe were you surprised by the corruption perception index? Do you think that 39 out of 100 reflects our current situation or not?
No. It's really more than that. I'm really sure.
Lower, probably.
Lower.
You mean, right?
Yeah, lower.
Remember, 100 is like very, very good. 0 is terrible.
I think it's lower.
Even lower than 39?
Yeah.
Why?
Because as I said, every time I read about someone, it is like has a process involved in corruption or something like that. And there are a lot of cases and since a lot of time. So I'm not sure, but I will say that it's lower. But I'm just guessing. No.
All right. Thank you very much, Juan. Just remember that is the perception. It's not necessarily that that's the real number, but that's what people think. They just go to different countries and they ask people who live there to talk about their own country, and then they measure it and somehow find like what the mean perception index is, and that's what they report. So you would say that it must be even lower than that? Well, we don't really know, right? How do you like precisely measure corruption, how corrupt a country is? That's very difficult. I mean, because the point of corruption is that it happens under the table, right? So it's very difficult to measure, but it certainly seems to be a big deal here, indeed. All right, so now the last person I was missing was Laura. So, Laura, whenever you are ready.
Okay. I choose the quote that says, "You don't necessarily need atomic bombs to destroy a nation. Politicians who value their pockets than the life of citizens always do that every day." Okay, I really agree with this because not just politicians, but also people in with a lot of power that steal a lot of money every day. not just steal money, you also steal like the opportunities to the other people that lives in the nation. For example, we here in Colombia have like a lot of examples of this. For example, the problem with the mintic about the I don't know the money that they steal, but it's a lot. And that money could like solve problems of the children that don't have like access to internet and digital tools and all that thing, but they steal that. I don't know, it's the funny thing, but they don't really need all that money. It's like just probably they will don't like um spend all that money in their life, but the ambitious maybe of people um I don't know how to say but that money could help a lot of people, and they don't even spend that in their lives, just want to steal that because yes. So it's really awful that people that must to represent us and also must to have to our benefits steal us. And I don't know what more to say.
You still have 1.5 minutes.
Okay.
So maybe tell us about the corruption perception index. Do you think that it's correct or not? Were you surprised by the figures that you saw in
Yeah,
those
I was
graphs?
surprised. I was thinking that that graph was really bad. Because in Colombia we have like, I think all of us think that there is a lot of corruption. It's like the biggest problem in Colombia, and for that we can evolution or advance whole society. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Maybe did you like any other quotes?
Well, there is one of George Orwell, that the mistake you make, don't you see, is in thinking one can live in a corrupt society without being corrupt oneself. And it's true because we like Colombians know about the corruption and always criticize that, but common people do that every day, like doing giving to police maybe money for avoid certain problems and all that thing. So the change will be a start with us in every day.
All right. Thank you very much, Laura. So with that, we are finally done. Well, except for Miller. I'm going to have to maybe talk to him. But I'm surprised he didn't send it to me, because actually he already wrote a message to me yesterday asking me about it and telling me he wouldn't come. But he didn't really send me anything. Wait a second. All right. So yeah, as I was saying, we finally then with this conclude our second task. It was meant to be something a little bit less rehearsed than the other kinds of present we've been doing so far, which is why it was more like, here's something, tell me what you think about that. And some of you, like Laura, struggled maybe talking for 4 minutes straight without no other helps. And I know that can be tricky, but it's an important skill to develop. And there's always more things that you can say. You can give more examples. You can relate it to your own personal life. You can talk about the implications of it, or maybe the results or the causes of it. There's always more things you can say. So it's just a skill that requires more practice, being able to come up with ideas on the fly. Do you know that expression? On the fly? While in motion or progress. I don't like the definition. If you do something on the fly, you do it quickly, often while you're doing something else, without preparing and without thinking too much about it, how it should be done. Sorry. This new rule seems to have been created on the fly, just in the moment, right? That's a nice idiom to talk about that. So it is tricky, but it's necessary to develop that skill. Ana Maria, tell me.
Teacher, could you please send the link where you found some questions that are asked in the interview of the IELTS or the...
Sure. Let me see if I have it.
Thanks.
Because it was literally the first one I found.
Oh,
So
okay.
IELTS speaking questions 2022. That's what I looked for, and it was literally the first result I got. There's 16 million websites that have information about that. But yeah, sure. This one was okay. I mean, I didn't like that they ask you to be premium to show you like the full thing. But I can show you, maybe send you this one and maybe another one. Here. And let's see if I can find a better one, because actually I didn't like that one in particular. There's many ones with sample answers that you can find for free online. So let's see this one, for instance. Personal questions. Examiner, what's your favorite season? What do you mean by season? Okay, so they are giving you explanations. You can ask about the meaning of particular words. For example, what's your favorite season? What do you mean by season? The examiner will ask about 2 topics and then move on to part 2, combined with the basic intro questions that equals to 11 questions in part 1. This one I like better. It gives you like more information about each step of the exam. So there you go. There's a lot of materials online. Not all of it is as good, but all of it can be useful if you know how to take advantage of it. So yeah, there. Guys, by the way, if you haven't already, please don't forget to do this to fill the attendance form. Like it should be kind of like a habit by now. It's always the same link. So you can just do it the first thing when you get to the class. I try to remind you every class, but just in case I don't, you already have it right there. So please don't forget to do it. We don't really have time for the rest of the activities. I'm guessing we're going to be doing these tomorrow while I give the feedback, which I don't mind. I mean, the most important thing I wanted to do today was talking about perfect modals and getting the task dealt with. So we're just going to do these other activities maybe tomorrow. Perhaps instead, 8 minutes. Would that be enough to play this? I've been meaning to play this game with you guys for a long time, but hadn't had the time to explain it to you. Now, maybe I know what. Maybe this one is shorter. Spyful. As you guys know, I really like board games, right? And since we're coming to a finish of our first term, I wanted to play a little board game with you. So, in Spyful, we're all going to be a team of spies working, not spies, agents, like FBI agents or something, working on a case somewhere. Yes? But there is a spy amongst us. There's one spy, and we will not know who that is. So, wait. So please just start joining while I explain it, all right? Where is it? Here. This is an online version of it, but the real physical game is very, very similar. So what we're going to have is just 6 minutes to ask some questions to each other to try to discover who the spy is. The way we're going to do it is each of us is going to get a secret role and the location where everybody is. For instance, let me see if I can, I don't have them here. How to play. It's a video. I don't want to watch video. No. Do they show us? Look, for instance, the location card might be the bank, and this is just a drawing of the bank. But the important thing is the word bank. So if we are all in a bank, we're going to ask questions like, Ana Maria, is this a place where people go every day? Like, do you go to this? Do you come to this place every day? And then you might know, right? Like, not really. Maybe you can give more information. Like, I go there, what, like once a month or something like that. So the way this works is one of you is going to get a card that says spy. So you will have no idea where we are, but you have to pretend that you do. So maybe you have no idea. So you can say, yeah, sure, I come here 3 times every day. And if that's the bank, it might be weird because, like, why would you go to the bank 3 days every day? So everybody's going to suspect you. So you have to ask questions that are not too obvious and answer them in a way that, again, is not too obvious, because the objective of the spy will be to try to guess where we are. In the end, when everybody think we know who the spy is, maybe we'll say, I think it's Ana Maria, and then everybody else votes. If the majority of us agrees that Ana Maria is the spy, then we discovered her. But maybe she will say, okay, I think we are in the bank. In that case, it's a tie. We discovered her, but she also discovered where we are. That's it. That's simple. So did you already join? I have 9 players here, but 12 people in the call, which means I'm missing plenty of you. Sebastián, Sofia, Laura, Giselle. Did it let you join? Are you having issues to join like the rest of you? Who else is missing? Like Daisy's already there. Laura is already there. Juan is not there. Juan, are you there? Are you in the call? Well, we don't have a lot of time, so we're just going to have to play this one. Ah, there he is. As we are. We have 10 players. 2 more people missing. Nancy is there. Who am I missing? I don't see it. Okay, so now please click here where it says ready. Ready, 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 ready. Sebastián, Laura, Natalia, sorry. Please click there where it says ready so we can actually get started. No, what did I do? Silly me. Did it let me? Oh, it let me. So I'm going to stop sharing though, because if I happen to be the spy, everybody's going to know. And if I'm not the spy, then the spy will know where we are. So the role, if you get one, you shouldn't worry too much about. It might be something like security guard of the bank, or maybe the cashier, or maybe just a client. Don't worry too much about that. If you want to keep it into account, that's fine. If you want to just talk about the place as yourselves. So to get started, everybody should know where we are, right? So Sofia, is it this a place that is allowed for everybody to visit? Can anybody come to this place whenever they want? Sofia, what do you think?
Yes.
Yes, anybody can
Yes.
go there whenever they want? Okay.
Yes.
Ask a question to somebody else.
Okay, so Ana Maria. So is this a place where you can make something in specific?
Okay, that's a very open question, but
Okay, more close?
maybe a little bit.
Okay.
Like,
So
I cannot think of any
it's just that I
place
don't know how
where
to
you cannot do something specific.
Okay, that one. Where you cannot do something in a specific.
Where you cannot do. That's
It's just that I
too
don't know how to make
open.
it.
Too open.
Okay, so is this a place that provides you a service?
Very good. That's a nice question.
Like, yes,
Yes.
this
You go to that place when you need a service. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to a place when I need a service.
An important tip for everybody, but most importantly for the spy. If you scroll down, you will see all of the possible places. So beach, Broadway theater, casino, circus tent, corporate party, cathedral. Those are the possibilities. It's not just any place. It's just between those possibilities, just for you to keep into account. Ana Maria, ask a question to somebody else, please.
Okay. Daisy. Is this a place where you can't find anyone familiar?
Okay, I'm not sure I understand the question, but all right.
Like any person that you are familiar with, like
Okay, like, is this a place where you could normally meet people you already know? Yes, is that your question?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
I think
it's
she's the
like
spy.
no, it's like so like yes, and at the same time, it's not a place where you usually go, like for a specific thing. I don't know, teacher, how to say it without saying anything, but yeah, I would say like let's put yes.
Okay. Importantly, if you are not the spy, you cannot lie to get the spy confused, just in case, right? Like if it's the bank and they tell you like, is this a place where you go to take money? You cannot say no to like get the spy confused. Also, if you just say that, people are going to think you are the spy anyway. So you shouldn't do that. Anyway, Daisy, ask a question to somebody else.
Okay, so teacher Daniel,
Okay, yeah.
is this a place where you can eat?
I mean, you could, but it's not the main thing that you do here.
Oh my God.
Giselle, is this a place where kids are allowed? Can kids come to this place?
Not really.
They're not allowed in this place.
No.
Okay.
So now I have to ask.
Ask a question to somebody else. Preferably somebody who hasn't received a question yet.
Okay, so Nancy, this is a place where you can study?
No, you can't study here.
Okay. I mean, you can study anywhere, right? But like, not specifically here.
It's not,
right?
yes, it's not specific for that. And now I want to ask to, I don't know who,
Sebastián, Juan, Daniela, Diana.
okay, for Daniela, it is a place where you have to pay to go in.
Okay. Do you have to pay to go in this place? To come in?
No, it's not like this place have a fee,
Okay.
like a fee.
Like an entrance fee? No?
You pay for something else.
Okay. All right. Ask a question now, Daniela. Somebody else.
A question for Laura. Is this a place where you can buy something?
Yes.
You can
I
buy
don't.
something here.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know. Understand.
You do not understand what, the game or the question?
Like the game.
Just you were given a place, either that or the word spy, right? If you are the
Okay.
spy, you have to pretend that you do know where we are. If you are not
Okay.
the spy, then you do know where we are and you just need to answer the questions truthfully. So in the place that you got, if you're not the spy, can you buy things?
Yes, you can.
All right, that's it. Now ask a question to Diana, Sebastián, or Juan.
Sebastián. I don't know. in this place, can you drink alcoholic beverage?
Can you drink alcohol? Can you
Yeah.
do like make? Do you mean or consume?
No, no, no.
Well,
Like drink, you.
sure,
Can
like,
you buy or drink alcoholic beverage? So,
I don't know if you could necessarily buy them. I mean, in some like
Of these?
similar places you can, some others you cannot.
Okay.
And yeah, sure, you can drink here, but it's like would be weird or out of place.
Okay. Fair enough. So let's ask a question to Diana
Okay.
or Juan.
Okay, Juan. So, what might you want to bring with you if you go here?
That's a good question.
Money.
Okay, I don't think that was what he was going for, but sure. I mean, that too. All right, Juan. Now ask your
Okay.
question to Diana.
Okay, Diana, is this a noisy place?
It is. I think it is.
Okay, I'm not sure, but I think Sofia hasn't gotten a question, has she? So Diana, ask a question to Sofia.
Okay, Sophia, are cell phones allowed in this place?
Good question.
Yes, yes, they are.
Okay. Did anybody already
teacher?
get at least one question?
Teacher, I don't know why, but but I had to leave the game because the time is finished or something like that. I don't understand.
That's
But you
okay.
can keep
The
in
game the game doesn't matter anymore. It's just important so that we get like the location or the spy card. But now we can just finish playing here. The game is not important anymore. So did everybody already get at least one question? Yes, right? So there's somebody who already answered the question that they had no idea the real answer to. So do you have any idea who that could be? I'm not sure, but I would say either Daisy or Laura, but I'm really leaning more towards Laura. I don't know. What do you guys think? Ana Maria, what do you think?
I think it's Daisy.
Think it's Daisy? Daisy, who is it if it's not you?
I would say that is Sebastian.
Sebastian Cortés?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think his question was too good. So I don't think that it was him. What do you think? Sebas, who did it? Who is the spy?
Maybe Ana Maria.
Maybe Ana Maria?
I frankly don't know. Like, she's laughing. So
Like,
perhaps
cameras are so important for this game. Like, they just help us a lot. But so if you can turn it on, please do. But we have to finish. So let's just vote. Maybe raise your hand if you think that it is Ana Maria, for instance. Either your physical hand or your virtual hand. Sebas thinks it's Ana Maria. Nobody else? Okay, so no majority. Daniela? Does anybody think Daniela is the spy? Nancy does. Okay, what about Daisy? Not sure. No, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, but that's a big number. That's like what, 6? Okay, then who thinks that Laura is the spy? Please lower your hand, Sebas. I did it already for you. So Daniela, you think that Laura is a spy? Anybody else has any other guesses? We would normally ask like another round of questions. Giselle? You think that Giselle is the spy? Okay,
Yeah.
so vote. Anybody who thinks that Giselle is the spy. Daisy and only Daisy. Okay. So that means that the person with the most votes was actually Daisy. I don't think she was the spy, but that's our guess. So Daisy, were you the spy?
No.
Okay.
I am a
Oh,
motorcyclist.
no. Wait a second. Who
Oh,
was
yeah.
the spy? Juan. Okay, I had no idea. Juan, do you know where we are? If you do, you win.
No, I thought it was the casino. But
Okay. Nope, it's not a casino. So where were we, guys?
The gas station.
A gas station, a service station. So your question, so yeah, his answer was very, very, very generic. Like, I mean, you need money everywhere, right? What you were going for is your car, right? What you need to bring to this place is your car. So yeah, actually, that was a very good question, and we failed to realize Juan's answer was too generic. So then in this case, it's a tie. The spy didn't win because he didn't discover where we were, but we don't win either because we didn't discover him. So now you know how the game works. Maybe I'm going to have you play a match of this while you wait for the feedback tomorrow. Would that be nice for you? Did you like the game? It's a fun game. It's a fun game. So you guys, I'll see you tomorrow. That's it for now. Hope you enjoyed the class. I won't keep you any longer. We were at the same place. Yeah, everybody was at the same place. If not, it would have been impossible for us to like get any information from receiving the answers. I mean, if I'm in the bank, Daisy is in the service station, Natalia is in, I don't know, the casino, and Laura is the spy, how are we going to find out? You said you can't drink alcohol. Well, you can. I mean, some service stations sell alcoholic beverages. It's kind of weird to drink there.
Yeah, sorry, I
But-
don't know why I don't understand the game, and I was
That's
thinking,
okay.
oh,
It's normal. It's normal. It's normal the first time you play one of these games. I just wanted to play a demo match today so that you can play tomorrow without getting too lost. So I'll see you tomorrow, you guys. Have a good day.
Thank
See you,
you.
teacher.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll send you the link to the game in case you want to play it with your friends or something. Bye-bye.